Thanks for staying with us. Now, from All-Ireland finals to the Marty Party, few people are busier than Marty Morrissey at this time of year.
And now Marty joins us to chat about the hugely popular Spanish Getaway and to look ahead to two massive weekends in the GAA calendar. Marty, you're very welcome.
Yeah, I'm delighted to be with you. And I'm really delighted to see that the Dubs and the Kerry people are getting on so well.
The Dubs and the Kerry people getting on so well here. And we get on with the Limerick one here every day.
Limerick might be pushing it with me now, small bit, you know. Sorry about that.
After that last match. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But I'm glad the peace has been restored.
Yes, peace is, I know, we're great.
We shook hands.
You shook hands, good.
Yeah,
before we came on here this morning.
Let's chat about the Marty Party returning to Spain.
Yes.
I mean, you gave it a little break.
I did.
Yeah.
I started this. I mean, I know you know the story, but basically, Mary Rosestock and Oliver Callan started mimicking me in their programme. And instead of saying Marty Morrissey or Teen News outside Croke Park, it was, "Hi, I'm Marty and I like to party." And the two boys, I mean, we're friends and they knew me well, and that is true. So I said, God, I wonder, could we do something? And I was thinking of charity and that, to do something like that. So I decided to put a variety show together, and Alan also came to Galway.
Yeah, we did see it.
And
great
because
fun
I wanted his thoughts on it. But anyway, we had great fun. And then Colester Travel approached me and said, would you go to Spain with it? I said, not I hope. Because I just thought it was too expensive and everything else. But anyway, the late Sean Skean persuaded me, and Deirdre Grant above and Letterkenny persuaded me, and I said, we went. So we're now in our third year in October. And we're getting a great response. And you know what I find is, it's more than just a music and variety, because we have great artists and great dancing and crack. It's about fun, but it's actually about people having something to do, a bit of community.
Yeah.
I found last year a lot of people wrote back to me after we did it in Calpe last year. They had lost their husbands or their sons or daughters, and it was their first time going out, and so there was a
so they feel comfortable going to something like that, because it's
daunting.
it's a lovely group of people and they know it's going to be a lovely time.
Correct.
Because it can be daunting I've seen it in my own family life, that when you go away after you lose a spouse or a partner, like, it can be so difficult, but to go into something like that is so full of joy as well and crack. And can I just say, I have seen the people who go on these Marty parties, they're really fit.
They are fit, yeah.
Like, fair play to them. I couldn't keep going the way they're going.
What did you mean? Like, what did you think they were?
I have been in training for months, Sadie.
But like, you've everything there. You've something for everyone. There's a gospel choir this year.
Yes.
There's dancing. Like, what else can people expect?
Newbridge Gospel Choir are coming. They're just fantastic. 63 of them, I think, are coming. And they're playing their own way. They want to be part of it. But Johnny Logan and myself got an award last year, and I said to Johnny, for the crack, any chance you'll come to the Marty Party, thinking Johnny, who's too busy in his big hit in Europe. I'd love to go, he said, which is great. So then I thought, I'll ask Paul Harrington and Charlie McGettigan, and then Linda Martin and Niamh Kavanagh. So we're having a Eurovision night on a Sunday night.
And
then Dana is coming.
No.
So, which I'm delighted about. So
I might go down myself for the Sunday.
I'm actually there. I'm in Spain. We're not in Alicante, but I am in the
You're on
area.
the other side of the You're on the other side of the country.
It's only like going from Sneem to Killarney now. That's all it is.
Easy for me. I'm with my family, but I might say, I love a party. Like.
Well, you're more than welcome.
Did you manage to get all of them, the Eurovision stars, together like that?
I did. I'm very privileged to have them on the Sunday night of that week. And if you're not a Eurovision fan on the Sunday night, we have Liam O'Connor, we have the Tumbling Penalties last year, the Whistling Donkeys, we have Sean Keane, we have the Galway Tenors, we have Liam O'Connor and his family. We have a huge mixture. So no matter what type of music you like, we will touch off it.
And you've up to 500 people going on
Close to it now, and that's why I'm very delighted to be on your programme this morning, because we only have a limited number of tickets available, and we just thought it might be a good idea, because you've been so good to us as well. So if you want to book, deirdrecolestertravel.com is if you're into technology, or else if you're not, I have it here, 085 753 908.
Oh my God, it'll be all up on our website anyway, all the information.
There'll be 2 tickets gone now, because we're actually going to go as well.
She's coming. I'm flying from Dublin and she's come from the other side of Spain just to be there.
But Marty, by the time you get there anyway, the championship will be over.
Yes.
Obviously, the hurling as always has been brilliant.
And Mayo will have won the All-Ireland. Is that what you want to say?
Lads, we won't get into that. I think there's no county in Ireland that wants Kerry to win. Bar Kerry. But it's been... I suppose it's been a stacked football championship. The the rules really have just changed everything. Like, say, even Wicklow at the weekend, that was amazing. So you had Louth getting to semi-final, which they probably never would have dreamed of for a long time. Like, it's been incredible.
It has been incredible. It's been, Gaelic football needed kind of a rejuvenation, and Jim Gavin and his committee did a fabulous job. And we now have a sport that we fell in love with as little boys and little girls. And to have it now playing at the level, and to have Louth in the semi-final. But it's more than that. It's the quality of games we're having. We have excitement. We have the hooter. We have two-pointers. We have skills. We have high fielding. We have everything that we kind of enjoy in Gaelic football is now back. And it is suiting so many. It's giving everybody a chance. You saw what Wicklow did last weekend.
Marty, is it when somebody like Louths get to a semi-final, does that give a boost to everyone else around the country? Like when they go, do you know what? If they can do it, maybe we can.
Yeah, Alan, you've no idea the impact that. And look, we all love music, as we were talking about, but sport has that impact as well. It binds people together, and it gives them a sense of pride and belonging. And I was in the Geraldines Club last Thursday night in Louth, and everywhere I went, it was red and white everywhere. And I said it in the commentary on Sunday, on the Sunday game, that as the teams came along, and Joanne handed it over to me, and we were going down the hill 16, coming over to the Hogan. The decibel levels were the loudest I think I've ever heard. It was a sea of red and white, in particular red and green.
But as a commentator, has it made things more exciting for you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because over the last number of years, I think our vocabulary went back. Alan is recycling it back to Aideen. Aideen is passing it to Marty. You know what I mean? And now he's recycling it back. There's only so much in English vocabulary that you can even say. And now suddenly it's all going forward. No, and it's strategies, and there's statistics involved, and it's just I'm stimulated by the whole thing.
Yeah, and there's high drama. So the Kerry Dublin game obviously caused a bit of a ruckus.
There's a bit of controversy.
A bit of controversy.
Yes.
So as a Kerry, I'm trying to be very unbiased here in my job, and also as a Kerry woman. It was a square ball, soft penalty, but subjective to the referee.
Yeah.
The goal. Well, that could have been.
Let's have a look at this, and we'll see what. It's an Ole here. So, Marty, you explain what's happening here to us.
Well, you see the ball,
and then when it went to the
that moment. Now, I mean, you'd want to be a fair Einstein to be able to judge it immediately. But the pictures
when you see the pictures afterwards. It definitely went in.
It looked like it had.
I don't think the full ball needs to go over.
Yeah, that is true.
And I
think
we'll
look at it here. There it is there. Look at it there. It is there. I mean, is that not fun?
It looked like it was over. But I mean, there's been a lot of criticism of umpires recently. I do believe that, inter-county referees are retiring at 50 years of age, which is quite young. I do believe that when it comes to provincial finals and quarterfinals, semi-finals and All-Ireland finals, that those referees, if they are retiring at 50, should be put as umpires, because there is so much of an effort made by footballers, hurlers, county boards, managers, and these are all volunteers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But they need at least to minimise the amount of mistakes.
And obviously there was a lot of talk now about the idea of bringing in VAR.
Yeah.
You're not a fan?
I'm not really, and I mean, I love my football, and I love it. I mean, as you know, we're very busy. We even, if I may say so, I'm biased because the sports department have done an incredible job, and over 140 World Cup games. On Sunday we have World Cup final and an All-Ireland hurling final.
Yeah.
So we're really stretching it, but I've watched nearly every game in the World Cup. And VAR, to me, it is fair. It would appear to be fair, but sometimes you'd wonder about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and where does the line stop?
Correct.
And there was a subcommittee on VAR about 3 years ago, and they looked into, it is possible to bring in this technology, but the problem is that you have to fit the rules of the game to the technology and not the other way around. So I don't know, again, where does the line stop?
Yeah.
I know they're talking about, say, for the goal line, but then it might step out and it'll go maybe 2 hops out the field, and where is the end line?
I was listening to Eamon Fitzmaurice the other day in Morning Ireland. I thought he had a great idea that, that a team would be allowed 1 query per game. So there wouldn't be, you'd raise a query like a square ball, for instance. You know what I mean? So there must be a way of looking at it. I don't know would I be gone in VAR, but goal line technology seems logical. Yeah. We have Hawkeye in Croke Park, but we actually need Hawkeye in every ground in the country. Now that costs money.
And it probably won't happen.
Well, I think it probably will over time.
I
think it will over time, and I think that would be the GAA plan. But that's costly. But not all games can be played in Croke Park.
No.
We have them. We have a VAR which isn't great below in Thurles. We don't really have one in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, very seldom. So, I mean, but what about the rest of the country? Do you know what I mean? So, to be fair, it has to be equitable and it has to be a level playing pitch, to use that phrase.
Yeah. Well, look, it's as you said, it's been a really exciting year
Alan,
for us. It's just been amazing. And 2 big finals coming.
And who do you think are going to win? Both of them.
Now, how do I answer that, Helen? With a Kerry woman, Galway by 45 points. I just saw
Mirren over there, yes.
I'm joking.
Fine.
Oh God, Marty Morrissey, thank you for coming in.
Thank you
and
so
we
much.
can't
And
wait to
we
party
can't
with
wait
Marty.
to party with
Down
Marty.
Alicante.
I think I said that number wrong. Do you mind?
Oh, no, wait, but
Oh,
don't give it. Calester, is it?
Deirdre, CalestereTravel.com and
Travel.
085 753 9038.
There you go.
I've
it'll
done
be
my
on-
bit.
We'll have it up on our website also. Always a pleasure, Marty.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so
And the
much,
best of
Marty.
luck to all the teams.
All the teams,
Including my
Mirren.
great friends in Limerick.
Yes, Mirren, all the teams.
All the teams.
He's looking at me.
joking.
The wink coming out of this fella is unreal. It's unreal. Great to have Marty in studio as always. You won't look at the tan he's got just in Ireland. It's amazing.